Gregor Samsa wakes up in his bed, but something is wrong. He has been transformed into a monstrous insect with a hard shell, many legs, and a body that feels completely foreign to him. At first, Gregor doesn't even panic. His first thoughts are about work. He's a traveling salesman, and he's late for his job. He worries about what his boss will say, how his family will struggle if he doesn't bring in money. Even in this horrific new state, Gregor is more concerned about responsibility than about himself. His family knocks on the door, confused and worried. Gregor tries to answer, but his voice is no longer human. It's just a strange, unintelligible noise. Eventually, they open the door and see what he has become. His mother screams. His father grows furious, treating Gregor like an animal, pushing him back into his room with a cane. The family locks the door, horrified and ashamed. From that moment, Gregor becomes a prisoner in his own home. His sister, Greta, is the only one who dares to enter his room. She brings him food, at first with some care. Gregor hides under a sheet so she doesn't have to see his body. Even in his suffering, he tries to protect her from disgust. But as weeks pass, the care fades. Gregor can no longer work. He can no longer speak. The family struggles financially. They take on jobs they never had to before. Gregor, once the provider and protector, has become a burden. His room, once neat and respected, becomes a storage closet. Dust gathers. Furniture piles up. Gregor is forgotten, hidden away from the world, a source of shame. The family begins to resent him. Greta, who once brought him food and played violin for him, now wants him gone. She tells her parents that they must get rid of it, not even calling him Gregor anymore. He is no longer a brother, a son, or even a person in their eyes. In the end, Gregor, heartbroken and exhausted, gives up. One night he crawls into a corner and dies. Quietly. Alone. When the family discovers his body, they feel relief. They go out into the sunshine for the first time in a long while. They speak of new beginnings, of marriage, of happiness. The thing that had held them down is finally gone. Kafka's Metamorphosis is not just a horror story about a man turning into an insect. It's a story about how fragile human dignity is. It asks, what makes us human? Is it our soul, our inner life? Or is it simply our ability to work, to provide, to fit into the roles society demands from us? Gregor changes on the outside, but inside, he's still the same. He still loves his family. He still feels shame, hope, sadness. Yet none of that matters. Because once he becomes useless, once he can no longer serve his function, he becomes invisible, unwanted, less than human. Kafka forces us to ask hard questions. What happens to people when they are no longer productive? How do we treat those who are sick, broken, different? Is love unconditional, or does it depend on how much someone can give us? Gregor's tragedy is not that he became a monster. His tragedy is that his humanity was forgotten the moment he could no longer meet expectations. At its heart, Metamorphosis is a mirror. It shows us how quickly love can fade into resentment, how easily compassion can turn into cruelty, and how society often values function over soul. And maybe the most haunting part is this: Gregor never stopped loving his family. Even as they grew to hate him, he still thought of their happiness. He died not from his transformation, but from a broken heart.